Today, we are gonna be at the military museum. Into the bunker we go. Now, let's look at the Navy. How you even aim that, I have no idea. These look so cool. Already, I know it's gonna be a great day. Yes, sir. Good morning. Today, we are gonna be at the military museum. We are gonna see loads of cool machinery, from vehicles to guns. It's gonna be great. I love army. Just everything to do with the army, man, is cool. I'm so glad I didn't have to be part of it, but I can still appreciate it now. But before we get into it, I wanna pass you back to my past self, tell you about the coffee I had. Just wait. Thank you, me. Whoa, I'm outside a Good Earth coffee house, and this is an apple butter cafe latte. Never had it before. Oh my gosh, it's exquisite. First of all, you drink it, you get a hint of sweet of apple. Boom, goes straight down to the coffee chocolate, and then it finishes off with a lovely sweet apple taste. Oh, that's the way to start it. Back to you, Luke. Cheers, Luke. And wow, what a coffee that was. But enough about coffees and more about the army. Let's get in there. Yo, I just walked in the door and they have these mad, I guess, reincarnations of different things that would have happened in the war. But these look so cool. Already, I know it's gonna be a great day. Okay, and we are officially in. The ticket cost me $15.75. It's not bad. And there is loads to see in here with all different museums. I think we have like 6 museums to see, all to do with the army, different parts of it, different squadrons. So it's gonna be cool. Let's see what it has to offer. So to start off, you'll see from these images now that all soldiers had to have either cloth wrapped around their legs on their calf, or they would wear high boots. And this was due to having a tailored fit. So back in the day, not all trousers would fit perfectly. So they would wrap cloth around the bottom of their legs to make sure that it looked smart. Then they still had loose at the top so they could move, which is quite interesting. I guess the older generals would have the boots, but then almost all ranks would have the cloth wrapped around their legs. Into the bunker we go. Now, even though there is some really cool weapons in here, I say cool because I can't really appreciate how it was used back in the time. And the way they've laid this place out with all the pictures that you can see behind me of people that were in the war. And then this masterpiece that this guy made of like a war in little toy soldiers. You can just look at it and you can hear the noises that would have been going on. And it really just takes it away from going, oh wow, look at the weapons. You really appreciate people that had to go through this, and like this was their lifestyle. So even though this is cool, it touches you when you walk around and you think these were people's families. So let's keep walking around. So everything in here you can not touch. Don't even try and touch it. They have alarms on everything. So if you even try and put your hand in there, the alarm's gonna go off. But what I have just found, you can actually pick these up. And when I say this is flipping heavy, I can only just about pick it up with one arm. But like, wow. They would have been carrying these around all day long with that weight. I mean, I know I only picked up with one hand, but to have that is a serious weapon. And this weapon here is the C7. So this was one of the mainly used weapons that they used in the Afghan war. Wow, for me, when I look at it, it kind of looks like a commando, but that's from Call of Duty. Okay, and we've walked around and we've seen the different regiments in the army. Now, let's look at the Navy. Now you can see, going from the army to the navy, the size difference of these guns. We've gone from a handheld to these absolutely ginormous, and this is because they were on the boats and they weren't close to land. So with that, they had to have bigger guns, so they went further. And this gun that you can see now can go up to 15,000 meters. So that's just over 9 miles in distance and actually hit, which is just, how you even aim that, I have no idea. And the weapon that you can see now is a real UAV. And this back in the day would have been a cheat code, you know, going from Call of Duty and you seeing it and you can just see the whole map. Imagine finding people that were so well hidden, you just chuck a UAV up in the air and you could see them. This was like make or break for them back then. But this one here is called the Vindicator, and this is the one that was made in 1988 and is still being used now. Amazing. And we are back outside. Look at the sun shining today. It's gonna be great weather for the next 3-4 days, so there's gonna be some great content. When the weather's like this, it always is. But we've got 2 places left, which is 2 hangars. I'm sure there's gonna be some great planes in here. And then I'm feeling pretty hungry, so we'll go and get some great food. But first, the hangars. Something very interesting that I've just learned is that back in the day they had these really shiny planes, and this was because, especially with this one that you can see now, the CF-104, this one was a nuclear plane, so it would fly in, it would drop the bombs, and then it would fly back out. But they used to polish these vigorously until they were nice and shiny, and they believed that this would give the pilot protection from the radiation from the nuclear bomb. However, this was actually psychological, so they spent a lot of time polishing for no reason, and a lot of the pilots did believe that when they went into the drop zone, it was a one-way trip. But I guess whatever made them feel better. And I know with everything in the world, if you put your mind to it, you can learn it. But wow, when I look at all of these panels that they used to have in these planes, how on earth did they know what was going on? Because to me it just looks like loads of circles with pins going round and round. It is amazing. And to finish off this tour, things that cannot fit inside buildings, big boy tanks. The kid in me will never stop saying, oh my god, look at that tank! Because tanks are just so flipping cool, man. But I'm really hungry. Let's go and get some food. And we are outside of Paros. Now this is a Greek restaurant. I love Greek food back at home. So let's go and get a gyros, whatever you want to call it. We know the vibes and it's going to be tasty. Okay, and the food is collected. This is a gyro. So I asked the lady and she said it's actually called a gyro. You don't say G. So everything I just said was wrong. It's actually a gyro. But this is an absolute monster. I don't know how I'm going to get into this. I guess you know on the channel I always like to start with a chip. So go for the chip first. Yeah, okay. Seasoned is what they are. Okay. Cheers. I don't know how I'm How am I even gonna get into this, man? I guess with these you just gotta go for it. Sauce on the face, it means it's a good one. Oh man. Every time I get Greek food, the seasoning that they put on the chicken is just different levels. Flavors, it always tastes healthy. Wow, this is exactly what I needed for lunchtime. I'm gonna catch you after. Woo, that food was phenomenal. I love me a gyro, and I'm glad I can say it properly now so I'm not getting violated. Wow, it was super tasty. Let's just both be glad that vlogging isn't 5D yet, because my mouth is just full of garlic and onion right now. So let's both be happy. But I'm gonna probably chill out now. We've had a busy morning. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be the end of the video. So drop a like if you enjoyed this content. I really enjoy going around the military museum, just seeing the guns and the tanks. Just, it's every boyhood dream, man. Going and seeing the real thing is like, yeah, you don't have anything like that back at home. It's been your boy Binksy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Big blessings.